Hi Foxes, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to be talking about something I get a lot of questions about, and that is Modcloth and Modcloth brands. So today I'm going to go over my 10 sort of BOLO Modcloth brands for you to look for when you're outsourcing, and kind of go into a little bit of detail and about each one and try and show you some tag pictures and some style pictures so that you kind of get an idea of what you're looking for. So if that sounds interesting to you, please stay tuned and we'll get into that in just a minute. But first I want to say thank you to all of my new subscribers. I'm at around 820 subscribers at the time of my filming this, and that's pretty big for me. I do appreciate you being here. Obviously I am trying to keep growing this channel, and so if you like the content here and you're new here and you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and think about hitting the subscribe button. And you can hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when I put out new videos. I do a lot of educational content about Poshmark and Etsy and just things to help you grow as a reseller, and not just necessarily haul after haul after haul video, though I do enjoy posting hauls too. So if that sounds good, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And again, thank you so much. And all right, let's jump in. So the first brand I'm going to be talking about today is Emily and Finn. And this brand is a UK brand, and they are very sort of sought after, especially some of the pieces that are a little bit more difficult to find, some of the older pieces. For example, this dress right here is an Emily and Finn dress. It is the rose dress. So on Modcloth and Emily and Finn's website, the dresses have two different names, and so do all of the other items. So on Modcloth, this is called the Star-Studded Performance Dress in Snowflakes. And for Emily and Finn, this is the rose dress in Snowflakes. So it's really important to know both of those names and put those in your description if you find an Emily and Finn piece, because Emily and Finn collectors, they really know the different cuts that they like, the ones that accentuate their bodies the best, and they will specifically search out those. And if you have all of those keywords and all that information, then they will pay more for the item because they're able to find it. Like if you just put Emily and Finn dress, they might not find it. But part of the reason that I love the rose dresses is the length of the arms is perfect. The buttons at the bust, they're very nicely spaced, and the buttonholes go this way, so when you're large chested like me, you don't get that pull at the chest. A lot of times when I wear shirt dresses, they will pop open when I'm doing stuff, or if my purse rubs against them, they'll pop open. But the way that these buttonholes are, the button can't come out. So that's one of the reasons that I love these dresses. Another thing about Emily and Finn is that they always have pockets in their pieces. They're usually made of cotton or viscose or rayon, so soft, nice fabrics. They do stand up to washing and lots of wear. So this is definitely a very desirable brand. There's an entire Facebook buy sell trade group dedicated to this brand, and people, pay shipping from the UK to the US just to get these pieces. And not all of them are available on Modcloth, but they do also have some Modcloth exclusives. So yeah, if you find Emily and Finn, it's almost always a good pickup. And just make sure that you're looking up the style information to the best of your ability when you're listing it, and I can pretty much guarantee that you will have a sale. Alright, next up is sort of an elegant brand that a lot of people wear for formal events, weddings, and that is Chi Chi London. So the dresses are very lacy, very frilly, large skirts, built-in crinolines, just poofy and fabulous. And they retail anywhere from I would say $130 to upwards of $250, depending on the cut of the dress that you are looking at. And again, they have particular styles that come in different colors, And this is definitely a brand that a lot of people look for in the Modcloth community for special occasions, such as weddings or, you know, galas or wherever they want to wear like a nice frilly floofy dress. Black definitely does really well, and I would say white and then some of the more like pastel colors or bold colors do really well. So just make sure that you are keeping your eye out if you see a really like floofy dress. They're very like 1950s inspired, but they have a lot of other lines too, and they do resell for a good amount of money. Number three is actually a shoe brand, and that is Irregular Choice. So you might see these shoes and think like, oh my god, these are like the craziest shoes I've ever seen. You might think they're like, you know, Lady of the Night shoes. Like, they put out so many different types of shoes. They're definitely very quirky. The ones that do the best are going to be their collaboration shoes. So when they collaborate like with Disney or Star Wars or any of their other collaborations, they are definitely going to have like a higher resale value. But these shoes can sometimes resell for upwards of $200. So it's worth it to look up the style if you come across these in the store or the thrift store and you're thinking about purchasing them. You know, just search Irregular Choice Alice in Wonderland shoes and you'll see them come up and you'll be able to kind of judge from there. But almost always Irregular Choice is going to be worth picking up. They do have a following. They're super quirky. A lot of people who like to match their outfits from head to foot will pick up something from Irregular Choice to sort of just like top it all off. They're great for Disney bounders. They have like, you know, Toy Story shoes or Alice in Wonderland shoes, and people who go to Disney a lot love to dress in theme, and so Irregular Choice shoes are popular with them as well. So definitely keep an eye out for Irregular Choice if you are out and about. The next brand is actually like a bag and like wallet brand, and I wanted to sort of break it up and not have it all be clothing. And this is Disaster Designs. So though these don't resell for a ton of money, there's definitely a following for them, and I would say probably between the $25 to $45 range, you're looking at a pretty easy flip. They have really cute wallets. They have like backpacks, saddlebags and satchels, and they've just got all kinds of different like little motifs, and you'll get animals like corgis or, you know, black cats or whatever else, and people who sort of like love those animals, you know, they're gonna be enamored with that piece and willing to pay and have it shipped to them. So if you see a quirky bag while you're out, check inside. If you see that it's Disaster Designs, it may have been sold at Modcloth, and you have a pretty decent chance at flipping it. I'm not saying pay a ton of money for these pieces, because again, they're going to resell probably in that $20, $25 to $45 range. But if you can get them for inexpensive, they're definitely worth picking up. All right, number five. Number five is a tried and true brand, Retrolicious. So not all Retrolicious is created equal. Some of their dresses are more desirable than others. There's definitely some that people actively seek out. There's a lot of book prints. There are some cat prints. There are just a lot of like, they do a lot of novelty print things. So if you are out and about and you come across a Retrolicious dress and it's got a really like quirky, interesting print, that's going to be a good sign. If you come across a Retrolicious dress and it's just like a floral print, you might want to look that one up, because those can either do well or they can kind of be iffy. Some of them were sold on Zulily, I believe. They did like that Retrolicious like sale thing on Zulily. I don't think that they do that anymore, but the pieces that they did sell through Zulily tend to not do as well. I think because they overproduced them and there's just a lot of them out there. So take a look and see what the tag says. There's definitely a lot of woodland printed, book printed, novelty printed, retrolicious dresses that can go for $55, $75, you know, $85 pretty easily. So those are definitely worth looking out for. Number 6 is Collective, and these pieces are very like pinup inspired. In the past few years, they've been working really closely with Modcloth, and they've been doing a lot of Modcloth exclusive pieces, though it is a brand in its own right. And, you know, some of the pieces do better than others. I would say for almost any of these clothing brands, dresses and skirts are going to be the most popular. When it comes to tops, those, I'm not going to say don't get them, but they're definitely going to be a lower resale value. You're probably looking like around the $20 to $25 mark instead of that like $45 and up mark. So Collective is one of those brands where their skirts and their dresses do really well. They also have some really great trousers. They have overalls, and those can be very desirable too. So definitely try and look up the style, but generally if you find Collective and it's a good price, I would highly recommend picking it up because it does resell well and they do have a following. This is a lot of talking, and I've had a chest cold for like, I swear, like a month now, and I'm finally getting over it, but I have to stop after every one of these and be like, take a deep breath. All right, next up, one of my personal favorites, Hell Bunny. So Hell Bunny is a brand that, again, is sold at Modcloth and also on their own. And Hell Bunny is, they just do a lot of really cute, like, woodland prints. They do a lot of, they do a lot in the novelty realm, and then I'm going to call it like luxe embellishments. So there's a lot of like velvet, there's flocking, there's like burnout details, and they just tend to have like a very nice like luxe feel to them. They usually have pockets. Again, the dresses and skirts are going to be the more desirable pieces here, but definitely if you find a Hell Bunny piece, it is worth looking up. And again, if you can pick up any of these brands at a low cost of goods, which I'm going to say probably $8 or less, even the tops, it is going to be worth it, and you are going to make your money back. And hopefully, you know, if it's a dress or a skirt or a pair of shoes, a lot more than that. So that's definitely one that is worth picking up if you're out and about and you see it. Hell Bunny. The next brand is a little bit more of like a formal brand, kind of akin to like Chi Chi London, but a little bit more toned back. However, they are very expensive retail on the Modcloth site, so that is going to be Liza Lux, and they do a lot of like things that you would wear to like a date night or a wedding, or you just had like a special occasion, or you wanted to dress up a little bit and you needed something a little bit fancier. And they are really nice quality dresses. They are usually fully lined. They have, you know, nice details. Sometimes they have pockets, sometimes they don't, depending on like the cut and the style of the dress. But that's another one that is worth looking up and is often sold at Modcloth. All right, number 9. So 2 more left. This one is a newer brand that just kind of cropped up in the last year or two, at least in like the Modcloth scene, and that is Teaberry and Weave. So Teaberry and Weave, I am not sure if it is a UK brand. I think it might be, but again, they just have a lot of really cute printed dresses. People who are in the community, they do tend to like novelty prints or at least like cute details on a dress. So, you know, they don't want it to be just like a basic, you know, navy dress. Like, it's got to have something about it that's special. So even their basic pieces need to have like a twist to them. And Teaberry and Weave is just a great brand that has been, you know, creeping onto the scene and is kind of in that retrolicious vein. And I would say because they're a little bit newer on the scene, their dresses are holding value a little bit better than maybe some of the older like retrolicious dresses or older pieces from the other brands. So definitely check it out, and if you're able to look up comparables on your phone while you're out, that's definitely worthwhile. Teaberry and Weave. All right, the last brand that I'm going to give you today is one that has been sold on Modcloth for quite a while. They're still around. They are a UK brand and they retail for a lot of money. We're talking, you know, a novelty print dress and it is like almost $200, and that is Pavle. So it's, I'll put the label up on the screen, but they do a lot of like border print dresses, very elegant, very 50s inspired, but they're also very quirky. And they really do resell for quite a bit of money. So depending on the print that you find, you are able to resell upwards of $100, $125. If it's older and more desirable and you're the only one listing it, you know, they did retail around the $200 mark, so you may be able to get more. And yeah, that's a brand that I've always wanted to own a piece by, but generally they resell for quite a bit of money, and it was usually more than I was willing to spend. So I haven't found the right piece and the right price, and so I haven't been able to try out their quality. But they are, you know, really nice dresses, very pretty, quality materials, and they always do like lookbooks, and they just have some really pretty like stock photos, as it were, and I just love what they put out. So that is it. 10 brands from Modcloth to kind of be on the lookout for, and these are ones that, you know, if you come across them in the thrift store, honestly, snatch them up, put them in your cart. If you have a chance to look out comps, great. If you don't, I still think you're going to make a good return on them. These are brands that I would almost always pick up, no matter the piece, myself, if I found them at a thrift store. So I hope that you're able to locate some of these in your area, and I hope that knowing a couple of the Modcloth like framework labels will help you buy more Modcloth pieces and get them back into circulation. Tell me below what your favorite Modcloth brand is, if you know one, and why you like it, and that way we can just kind of like spread the love, spread the knowledge down below. And if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And yes, good luck sourcing, and I'll see you next time.